The Hauraki Big Show. Thanks to crave-worthy street food, freshly made with Reburger.
Welcome.
This is big.
To the Hauraki Big Show.
Really big.
With Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Oh, g'day, you mad bastards. Great to have your company this gloomy Thursday afternoon, the 8th of May 2025, and you, my friends, are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Handcrafted burgers, loaded fries, and gourmet eats that'll change the game.
Reburger.
Yummy.
Reburger.
So good, fellas.
And he's back. The man himself, the stallion, the Adonis, the Greek god that is Mogey. How are you, mate?
Going grousey, you mad dog, you sick son of a bee. Been a pretty crook the last couple of days, but you won't hear me banging on about it, man. I'll just shut up and get on with it, and you know, I don't even feel grief, Jase. Like, my dog may have died a couple of days ago, but you won't hear me talking about it.
Yeah, you're a backbone.
I just push it down there, man.
Yeah, just suppress it down, and eventually sort of turns into rage.
Yeah.
G'day, Keyzie.
G'day, Jase. How are you, man?
Yeah, good, thanks, mate. How are you? I love that cap.
Thank you. I got
What is it? Your ducky,
the duck cap.
Yeah, your ducky cap.
I got my duck hat on.
Yeah.
It's a moody day up here in Auckland. Starting to rain, but tell you what,
Great weather for ducks.
Great duck weather. I got the warm fuzzies, though, because we're all back together as a family.
Hey,
so
hey,
good.
I hope I don't get you sick, fellas.
Oh.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Mate, I've been crook as the last couple of days, but I'm just a backbone, you know. I mean, I won't bang on about it. I mean, I feel a bit woozy.
Yeah.
But other than that, tickety-boo.
Jase?
Yes.
How are you today?
Yeah, good, thanks, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
I like that shirt.
I really appreciate you asking me. Why do you like it?
It reminds me of an exercise book, like your maths book.
Oh, it does. It's
It
like
has
that. Yeah,
all the
yeah.
squares that you do your maths in. It reminds me of that.
It reminds me of the outfit that Scarecrow used to wear, old Woozle Gummidge.
Oh, yeah.
Woozle Gummidge.
Woozle Gummidge. Hey, now listen up.
Sorry, what's that a reference to? A movie?
It's a TV show that came out of the UK in the early 80s,
Oh,
late
right.
70s, and it was a Scarecrow, wasn't it, Hoodie J?
It was,
Played by
yes.
John Pertwee, the former
Pertwee, yes.
Doctor Who.
Well, okay.
So Jace
Stuff.
dresses like a Scarecrow would be the joke there.
Yeah,
and
right.
So good. Hey, listen, we've got a big show ahead. Stay tuned. Remember, you can always text us on 3483, but in the meantime, here's She-Hard.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Bon Jovi there on the radio. Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon, 13 minutes past 4 o'clock. But right now, it's time for the Big Show Big Poll.
The Big Poll.
Deuce.
Jase, can you stop saying the name of the segment if we're then going to play this?
No, because I people need to be reminded.
Of the name of this, and then we play the name
Yeah,
of the
that's what I
segment.
Directly
mean.
afterwards.
Getting them excited about it,
Right.
Keyzie. We haven't done one of these for ages.
We haven't.
It's been a
fellas.
while, hasn't it? But this is a good one, and I think it's something that we need to go to the people with, because I think people's opinions are going to be split.
Right.
And the big poll today is your family dog dying, yes or no? Yes or no?
And you think they're going to be split?
Yeah, I think so, man. There's pluses and minuses. I mean, to give you a bit of background there, my dog died this week.
Yes.
Tinker.
Yeah, Tinker. And she was 16 years old. My wife, when I met my wife, she already had Tinker. So I had Tinker for about 11 or 12 years.
Yes.
Absolute weapon of a dog. You know, you guys saw it in its latter stages, but it was always up to mischief.
Backbone.
It would always, you know, you get phone calls. We put our phone number on its collar because it would always just jump out the car when you're driving down the street and it would just disappear. It would be gone. And you get a phone call when it had just wandered into somebody's house and sat on their couch and was getting a pat off them, you know. It would get up to all sorts. And so it's been a huge part of your life. And I sort of thought, I don't know. I don't know what I thought, but I thought when she finally went, because she's slowed down. I mean, you've seen her. She's like deaf, barely walk.
Didn't you had to build ramps for her?
Built steps up to the bed so she could get on the bed, all that sort of stuff. So particularly over the last sort of year and a half, she really slowed down. And geez, man. Yeah, so I got up the other day. She was a bit rough the night before, but she'd been rough for, you know, she does the hacking cough and all that sort of stuff. She was held together with glue and fur, really. And woke up the other day and she'd had a heart attack in her bed from what it looked like. And the body was, she was still warm. So it's pretty much the best way you can go. And Jesus, man, I tell you, hit me like an absolute ton of bricks.
It's amazing, isn't it? I still, because, our dog Roo, we had to put her down, sadly, a little while ago.
Yeah.
Still, man.
Was that this year, man? Was it late last year?
No, late last year.
Yeah.
Every time I come home, I still look for her.
Yeah.
Because she used to run up the path to me and, ding, ding, ding. Oh, Dad, hoity J.
Was she wearing a bell or something?
No, but she was so bouncy and happy to see you.
Yeah.
Or I'll be sitting in the lounge and I think I see her out of the corner of my eye and I look in the corner and she's not there.
Oh.
Or, stuff like that.
Absolutely, and it is that classic line, and it's a bit of a piss take, but there's some truth in it, and that is, the great thing about having a dog is it's nice to have somebody that's happy to see you when you get home.
Yes, totally, man.
And a dog always is. And not necessarily everybody else in the house is.
Yeah, totally. and this is the other thing too, when people were coming over to do jobs around the house, I'd always go, oh God, I've got to get Roo and make sure Roo's inside and stuff. I still have that.
Yeah.
People coming around to do stuff and I say, oh God, I've got to get the dog inside. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Like when there's thunder or fireworks, my wife and I still tense up because you know what Roo was like. She'd bark her ass off.
Exactly. Well, that sort of brings you to the other side, right? Is that, what's the plus? What's the pro side? Well, you don't have to freak out every year, Jase. You'd be freaking out at Guy Fawkes because you knew your dog would be freaking out, and you'd be passing on all your nervous energy to your dog, who would then be going, "What's going on with Hoity J?" and just start barking its head off. You don't have to worry about handing it over to somebody when you're going on holiday. There's so many positives.
You're right. So. Yeah, I'm struggling to see how many people would vote yes for their family pet dying.
Well, I guess we'll find out.
My dog was a collie, very similar to your dog, Roo, Jase.
Yes.
And when he passed away, very sad. And sure, he did a lot of stuff and hated thunder and had to come inside and blah, 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 blah. But I didn't care about all that stuff, because he was such a great guy.
On the whole, a positive.
Yeah.
Having a dog.
3483, feel free to text through. Family pet or family dog dying, yes or no?
You could even make it more specific. MOGEY'S dog dying, yes or no?
MOGEY'S dog dying, yes or no? 3483, text through, get yourself in the draw for a $50 Reburger voucher. Of course, you can vote on the Hauraki Big Show Instagram story as well.
Great stuff. Hey, but this will cheer you up, mate. Bit of Tom Petty.
Oh, god damn. What are the chances?
This is pretty good. Tinker's favourite.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Yeah, guns. Roses there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon, 28 minutes past 4 o'clock. Few texts coming in on 3483 regards MOGEY'S poor dog Tinker, who sadly passed away this week.
Yeah, that's right. Poor MOGEY'S dog Tinker passed away. Huge source of content for the show, actually. Tinker.
It was.
She always had our show in mind.
Oh,
Yes.
she, yeah.
Yes.
We've got a big poll running. MOGEY'S dog dying, yes or no? That's up on the Hauraki Big Show Instagram story. This text
Just for the
here,
record, I'm a no.
You're a no.
I'm a no.
You'd prefer MOGEY'S dog.
But as you stated earlier, there was a few fringes of yes.
Oh, yes. Yes.
But as
It's
a
not
whole,
a straight up and down, but overall,
like 94%. No.
it's up there.
Yeah. This person here is voting family dog no, MOGEY dog yes.
Yeah, I can understand that.
So they love their dog, not to worry
Not
about old
MOGEY'S.
Tinker.
Yeah.
You don't have to pick up Tinker's midnight steamers anymore.
I didn't even have to do that. I got my daughter to do that. She was on steamer duty.
I remember you telling me about that. I tell you, that's another positive because old Roo, she would just drop little steamers everywhere and you'd be hanging out the washing and then... Oh, bloody dog!
I won't miss our ginger prick cat Winston.
Oh, Winston was a prick.
Yeah, he
Well,
was a
cats
prick.
are another thing altogether.
They are.
Yeah. It's actually MOGEY'S dog, yes or no. So if that listener could just keep things on.
I tell you what, on that front, Jizz has settled in really well.
Oh, good.
Your cat,
My cat, yeah.
Jizz.
Everybody loves Jizz.
They do.
Really?
Yeah.
Hoity Jizz.
This person here, topical actually. I had to put my dog down yesterday. So much room for activities now.
Oh, sounds like they're over it.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Well, this is the other thing too, is that my wife used to always go for walks with Roo. And now she's like, It's kind of really sad and lonely when I go for a walk.
Why don't you go for a
you won't
walk
go with her, yeah.
And kind of tedious.
Go for a walk with her.
I did, actually. We did a big walk the other day, and he killed me. 6K, Keyzie.
6K.
6K.
Wow.
That is a long... The problem with you is you should just go for heaps of 2K walks.
Did you just rip one off then?
That was shocking, Keyzie.
Oh, what the hell?
Don't blame it on me. That was Mogi.
Sorry, what were you saying?
I don't even remember, man. Something about you going for a walk with your wife.
I should just do a shorter one, did you say?
A shorter... Like, instead of going for one 6K one then saying, I hate walking, just go for a 2K walk.
I really enjoyed the walk, Keyzie.
But you just... Mogi's dog dying, yes or no, you can vote on the Hauraki Big Show Instagram, all right? Coming up shortly on the Big Show, by the way, your chance to win $200 cash and a double pass to go see the brand new slasher flick Clown in a Cornfield, which comes out today.
Yeah, man. Friendo.
When you hear Friendo the Clown and that cute call 0800 Hauraki straight away and you could win.
Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, yes, indeed. Audio slave there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. The time exactly 20 minutes to 5 o'clock. Oh, Friendo. Spooky.
It is spooky, fellas. Extra spooky today because Clown in a Cornfield officially arrives in cinemas. We've been giving away a double pass to this for the last couple of weeks and $200 cash as well. All you have to do, and we'll be doing it again tomorrow on the show, is listen out for Friendo the Clown. When you hear that cuter call, ring up on 0800 Hauraki. Double pass is yours and some cash as well.
Great stuff, Keyzie. Let's go to the phone lines. G'day, Rich, you mad bastard. How's life?
Hey, you mad bastard. How you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks, man. Good. Hey, Rich, what do you do for a living, mate, for a crust?
Oh, I test software.
Backbone!
How do you do that, man? How do you test it?
You just find some requirements and you try and break them.
Yeah, that's a spirit.
Oh,
man.
wow. So are you trying to make sure that software runs correctly and you're like testing all the things that could go wrong?
Yeah, correct. Before you get to touch it.
Right,
No
okay.
touch.
That sounds like your sort of dream job, Keyzie.
Yeah.
Because you're into the whole, all that sort of stuff,
What,
eh?
all of software?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%, man. All of it.
With your gaming and that.
Yeah, I love it, man.
Hey, Rich, do you like a horror film?
I do.
Yeah, what's your sort of top one?
Oh, The Shining's got to be up there.
Yeah,
Shining. Yeah, that is
a good one,
Actually, I
isn't
did
it?
watch that the other night. And if you did win these tickets, who would you take with you?
My partner, because she hates horror movies.
Yeah, that's the
good
spirit,
idea.
man.
Good
That's the way
stuff,
to
good
do it.
stuff. Well, good news for you, mate. You won those tickets, and as an added bonus, $200 cash.
Nice. Thanks,
Yeah, man.
fellas.
Get it in you, Rich.
No worries, Rich.
You a popcorn eater, Rich?
Oh, definitely.
Good on you,
Same.
mate.
Annoys the shit out of me. People eating
kettle corn.
popcorn.
Oh, kettle corn. That's
Oh,
a real.
right.
Yeah, it's some US carry on, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's delicious, though. It's like sugary and salty. Very nice.
Yeah.
Congrats, Rich. We'll chuck you over to Pugson, all right? Thanks for listening.
Thanks, boss.
Do you like
Love you, man.
caramel corn, Mogi?
I used to, man, but
Yes.
yeah,
When I
you
was
know
a
what I
kid.
mean. It's a little bit on the. It's for kids. That's kids. That's kids' food.
Yeah.
How delicious was coloured corn?
I never had that. Oh my
yeah.
god, yeah, I did.
That was
yeah.
so delicious, man. What was
Yes.
it called? Is it called coloured corn? Or
I can't
It feels
remember.
a little bit on the
My
racist
wife bought
side.
some weird popcorn the other day, some sort of salty. I mean, normally popcorn's salty, I know, but it was
Yeah.
some kind of,
salty and sweet?
yeah, maybe
Yeah,
something
it's
like
kettle
that.
corn.
Oh, right.
Yeah, we were just talking. And can I just confirm that saying coloured corn is not a racist thing, Mogi? Should we just clarify
Did you
that?
say that?
Yeah, I said coloured
That's
corn.
shocking
Oh,
from
come
you,
on, man.
That is not racist.
Keyzie.
That isn't racist.
It's pretty racist.
I'm not playing the alarm. Okay, I'll play.
Yeah.
Racism alert.
We oh,
What, we're going to ask, man?
nothing.
Come on, Jase, don't wuss out,
Come
man.
on, man.
Nah.
Ask me the question
Come
on,
on, bro.
on radio, man.
No, she's all good.
Is she?
Yeah.
Lou Reed, by the way.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Oh, yeah, Led Zeppelin there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show.
Just on 3483, by the way, we're trying to figure out the name for the popcorn that was different colours. It's not called coloured corn, it's called candy corn or carnival corn. Just so we're aware, fellas.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Phew. That was a doozy from you there, Keyzie. Now listen. Oh, what's on the telly with Mike Minogue?
Watch some more Last of Us. The Last of Us.
Season 2.
Yeah, season 2. It's good, man. Good show.
Yeah, it is.
Bloody good show. I think they're up to episode 4 or something like that. All the twists and turns, all sorts of things going on there. Keyzie, you watching it, Keyzie?
I'm not watching it because the second game, while I enjoyed playing it, just is story-wise, I don't have the love for it like I did for the first season/game.
Sure.
Because it's the same, yeah.
This is a TV show, though.
Yeah, I know.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah, and
I'll tell you what, I'll get to the end of it and I'll let you know if it's worth it.
I've heard too that they've added way more spice into it than the second game has to flesh it out. So there probably is some extra stuff
It's
in there.
an extremely well written, well acted, well produced show.
Yeah, okay.
You're mad not to watch it. It's great.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I don't have Neon at the moment.
Yeah.
So I've seen the first episode, which was okay. How many buzzies?
Oh, good, strong, solid 4 out of 5 buzzies.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I carried on last night. We watched another episode of 1,000 Blows. Very good. But today I was watching The Dictator's Playbook. It's a series about dictators. Oh,
that would have been good for your nerves, was it?
Oh, yeah, it was good. It was focused on North Korea. And my God, it's quite a thing to think. And the basic premise of the show is that all dictators, there is a playbook.
Yeah.
In terms of fascism and all that sort of stuff and how they implement it and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Basically, look at what's going on in America at the moment and then you'll see the dictator's playbook happening in real time.
What's that on?
America?
No. That TV show.
That's on...
What's America on?
Is America on Earth? Is that still where it is?
Yeah, I think
that's
so.
where it used to be.
It's on Prime.
On Prime, thank you.
Yeah.
This sounds like a stressful watch.
It's fascinating, actually. It's actually fascinating how a whole mass of people can just be manipulated, generally through fear, to just be totally obedient and do everything they're told.
Yeah, it's good. It's handy to know.
It is good, fellas? I watched
3 buzzies.
Oh, out of 5?
Wow.
Yes.
I watched another Anthony Bourdain.
Oh, yeah.
This time it was him in Antarctica.
Wow.
Really interesting, man. Like, living down there would be so tough. 7 months of sunshine, 5 months of complete darkness.
Yeah.
And the base down there goes from 1,200 people in summer to 120. So when the dark time comes, there's no one around, and you're inside constantly. There's no light. You go loopy.
And you also have, you're eating dried food all the time.
Preserved food,
and that you'd be constipated constantly. There'd be no Keyzie midnight steamers.
No, well, every steamer's a midnight steamer because it's so dark everywhere.
Yeah,
man.
that's true.
Which actually makes me want to go down there. I'd give it 3.5 buzzies out of 5.
Yeah.
Entertaining, interesting, but I'm never going to go there.
What was he doing there?
He
was just hanging out there.
Well, that's what he goes to places and shows
right.
off.
Generally goes to restaurants.
Yeah, he was eating down there.
Oh, that's good.
There was some food.
Oh, good.
Speaking of food, coming up after 5 o'clock, we've got to respond to the challenge from the breakfast fellas.
Yes.
We certainly do. Also, guys, we need to have an emergency Big Show team meeting, if that's all good.
Sure.
We're going to bring Pugs on. It's a full team situation. And
Can you
it
take notes on my behalf, Jase? I'm going to go to the toilet.
No,
Sure,
Mike,
man.
I need you there, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Welcome back, you massive backbones. Hope you're surviving your Thursday. You are listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
Reburger.
Yum.
Reburger.
Speaking of Reburger, fellas, my wife, she's had a hell of a day. And she said...
So you're going to take her home some pretend Reburger, are you?
So I said, well, she was like, dinner plans? I said, no dinner plans, we'll just Uber it tonight. Let's go full Reburger. Pwah, pwah, pwah. Boom.
Mogi, you've been here for him pretending he's having Reburger all the time, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Like, how many sponsors has this show had? You don't have to pretend you're having Reburger every day.
We are genuinely having Reburger. Because I go home and I talk to my wife about it, Keyzie.
About Reburger?
Yeah.
Oh,
What do you say?
I just say it's so good.
What does she say?
The best chips ever.
What does she say, though?
She's actually over it a little bit. She's like, can you stop banging on about it?
But
Right.
surely if she's had it, which she is every single day.
Well, no, fellas, this is just between you and I. Sometimes I might sneak some on the way home, all right?
Right, okay. It's just because I've seen you eat Reburger, you can't even eat a third of a burger.
Have you seen the size of those bastards?
Oh, my God.
They're huge. Huge.
It's like they just chopped the legs and the tail off the bastard and stuck it between a couple of buns. How are you meant to get through it?
By the way, Jase, you can't just use their chips are so good as you go to, like, I've eaten Reburger, here's proof, their chips are so good.
It's called Reburger. Our specialty is Reburger. Their chips are so good.
Yeah, well, I was talking yesterday to Keyzie about their cheeseburger fries.
What were you saying about it?
So good, man.
Well, that's good, man. I encourage people to go and check Reburger out because it's one of my favourite burger joints.
For sure. Hey, what's this about a show meeting?
We have to have a show meeting.
Why?
Because we've been told we have to have a show meeting. And we figure instead of doing it off air, we'll do it on air so that the listeners can witness what it's like to try and have a show meeting with the big show.
Righto.
Good stuff. Here's the Rolling Stones.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. You too there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. The time, 14 minutes past 5 o'clock.
Pug's son's in the studio with us, fellas. Hey, Pugs.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Yeah, good. The reason Pugs is here is because it's time for a big show meeting.
Time for a show meeting.
That really annoys me, actually, because I always tell Jase off for not saying exactly what's in the sting.
Yeah.
And then I've just done it.
You've had a shocker there.
That's a new sting, though, so I didn't know.
It is. You didn't know, man.
I didn't know.
I think that's one of your best, Pugs.
I don't think so.
Thanks, Jase.
You've just made that, haven't you, mate?
What do you mean?
You were put under the gun. Could you make this sting for us, couldn't you? Mm. And you threw your hands up in the air when you heard it on air.
Yeah.
By the way, everyone, Pug's in a hurrah of a mood.
Well, hang on.
Just so
Well, he's only hangry,
No.
that's all. He's
I am
hangry.
hangry.
Are you
I am
hangry?
hangry. I went to
Yeah.
both sushi shops. Both of them were shut. I'm
He's not
absolutely
happy.
livid. This is good meeting stuff, by the way.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
cool. Well, I
So
might
what's
just-
this about,
I might just
Keyzie?
start
Get on
again.
with it, man.
Time for a show meeting.
Who voiced that?
I don't know, some loser.
Pugs.
Huh?
All right, there's two things we need to cover off on this meeting, fellas.
Hurry up.
Have you heard the phrase
Is this going to be really tedious?
Yes. Have you heard the phrase good news and bad news?
Yes.
Which one would you like first?
Good news.
Mogi, lose the tune, man. The good news is Oasis, the band,
Yeah.
worldwide sensation, recently reunited, announced a whole lot of concerts that are happening. Mogi, you're going to one in Wembley.
I am, yeah.
The listeners will now, there'll be a few people out there that will now also be going to Oasis.
Wow.
What?
That's a
Awesome.
huge announcement, Keyzie.
No, not
Awesome!
at Wembley, over in Aussie, though.
That's a huge announcement.
It is a huge
Yeah,
announcement,
that is
right? Yeah,
superb.
thank you.
I knew I made that sting for a good reason,
Yeah,
man.
thank you.
Whereabouts in Australia?
We're talking Sydney.
Oh, yeah.
So that's basically something that's just come through today. We have tickets to give away, Oasis in Sydney.
Wow.
The second piece of news is
Can
not...
I win those, man?
No, Mogi, you're already going to Wembley and you work here. The second thing that we need to address is the main reason why we've called a show meeting. Okay?
Is this the bad news?
This is the bad news.
The meeting's been going. This is the sort of the duration where Hoyte J and I start losing interest.
Yeah, I'm going to go on my phone if you don't mind.
No,
Keyzie.
Jase, because this is mainly to do with you.
What do you mean it's to do with me?
Yeah, Jase.
We've been told...
You shut it, Pug.
See,
Ah.
I want to deck you soon, man.
Did you say deck?
Pardon?
You said deck, right?
Yes,
DE.
deck.
Okay, good, because this is what we're touching on, is apparently we've had a few complaints and things about the amount of filth on our show.
Oh yeah.
What kind of filth? Like, give me an example.
Well, no, I'm not about to give you an example. This is the thing we need to stop. It's your effing and jeffing and things like that.
Right. Oh, so swearing.
Swearing and just getting a bit fast and loose with the words we're using.
Right. Is it swearing?
Matt swearing.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Well, to be fair, Keyzie, I mean, since we're having this team meeting, we're getting everything out in the open. It's been you,
No.
predominantly that's
You've
dropped
got a shocker for
the old bombs on air.
No, I know. Why do you think they came to me?
Right,
Because
okay.
Yeah.
I've been told, and I've also been told I have to tell you guys
That's
about
true,
it.
actually. You've dropped probably, what, 3 or 4? Yeah.
Yeah.
F-bombs.
Three,
Not good.
yeah.
And you say the S word as well all the time.
Well, hang on, we all do.
I definitely don't.
Don't think so.
I don't think the S word's the issue. It's
Right.
more your big three, you know?
Oh,
your
yeah.
F,
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah.
C word.
Yeah,
You know what the third
yeah.
one is.
Yeah.
So basically, they've said, because this has all happened today, one big meeting, it was like you need to clean up the filth, tickets to Oasis, and they've said if the winners win these tickets, we haven't got them flights or accommodation yet, if anyone swears
Right.
over the next wee while from this show... and
From this moment on.
From this moment on,
Right.
we have to pay for the flights and accommodation.
Yeah.
You are...
No, don't swear, Chase. Not even as a joke. I've got this ready just in case.
kidding me.
Yeah. So literally from this point on, if any of us swears, if anyone hears us swear, they call through on 0800 Hauraki and they get not only the tickets to Oasis, but we all have to pitch in together as a team and pay for their flights and accommodation.
Yeah, well, I don't want to cop it because of your stuff up.
But what if you do it?
Like, that never happens, Keyzie.
But what if you
it's
do it
never
then?
been me. So I'm happy with that because it won't be me. I think it should be the individual. Whoever swears should do it. We can make that agreement amongst ourselves. I'm confident that I'm not going to be the one that swears.
I'm
you
totally
got that same
fine
kind
with
of
that.
confidence, Keyzie?
I'm very
Yeah, I'm
confident
very okay
too.
with
So
that.
you're
Yeah.
the one that always does it. So
Well,
I think you should
exactly,
be the
yeah.
one that bears the
It
responsibility.
feels like
if
you've
you
just
swear.
sort of hoisted this on us under the guise of we do it as a team.
Well, we are a
But it's
team.
And I
actually-
wasn't there for that meeting, so it feels like it's whoever swears has to cop it. And we'll check this with, old Pixie Campbell,
Campbell, yeah,
our content director there. But yeah, it feels like I'm fine with the rule, happy with the rule. Somebody swears, we get caught, then you got to pay. You have to pay for that person. That's fine. I'm
Agreed.
not paying for somebody else's stuff up.
Right.
Well, let's be honest, Keyzie's
Well, no, it's
Yeah,
not for
yeah,
Keyzie
yeah.
stuff. This is a challenge for the whole show. No one's allowed to swear. What if Pug swears?
When am I going to do that?
I don't know, when we're
I'm
doing
in
Connie
Studio
Chat.
B. I'm going to be like a sailor in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're...
Making stings for you, effing and jeffing.
Yeah, you're effing and jeffing all the time. There's going to be one time when that goes to air, Pugson. I'm confident of that.
All right, so just so it's out in the open for you guys and for the listeners, if you hear us drop an F-bomb over the next wee while, you call up straight away 0800 Hauraki, and this is official, and you
Yeah.
will instantly win flights and accommodation to Sydney to see Oasis.
So not in the drawer. If you hear
No.
it first one through, bang, you got it.
Literally
Okay,
first one through.
righto.
Okay? I think we should do it as a team.
How long's this thing running for?
I don't know.
day.
I
It's
don't
giving me
know.
a shiver.
I'll give us till about 5:30.
I thought you were going to swear just there.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh, is this Linkin Park?
yeah, obviously.
I effing love these guys.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Yes, indeed. AC/DC there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday evening. Hey, now, Mogi, while you were away, we were issued a challenge from the breakfast fellas.
Oh, man.
The challenges keep coming from the boys in the early hours.
That's right.
The latest one, and it's an interesting one, isn't it, Keyzie?
It is. So this started with them challenging the Big Show to a game of golf. Admittedly,
Yeah.
that was just Jason and I taking them on. We lost, and it was my
Sports
fault.
supremacy, yeah.
Yeah.
And they've decided that this whole challenging thing is quite a good little thing to happen between shows.
Yeah,
and we're obviously keen to show them that we can kick their ass at anything.
I think they're trying to sort of capitalise on our numbers as
I'd
well,
say so.
fellas.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
To be honest, if their numbers were the same as ours, I'd be doing the same thing.
Yeah, totally.
It makes sense.
Astronomical, yeah.
Yeah.
So the thing they've decided to come to us with is not sporting related this time. It is culinary
Yes.
arts.
Oh.
They've decided that it would be humorous if they were to challenge us to a cooking competition,
Right.
specifically eggs,
Ah.
because they say that eggs are that's how you check a chef's basic skills is can you poach me an egg?
Is this Minogue's idea, was it?
I don't know.
Actually,
I don't know.
actually, it reeks of Wells.
I
to
think
me.
it's Wells.
Right.
Yeah.
Because the thing with Jerry is he's got a bung knee, he's got arthritis, he's got, he walks around like he's got a carrot shoved
He's
up
blind.
his ass.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
blind,
yeah.
so he doesn't want to do any sporting stuff. So
I bet he doesn't.
he'll be suggesting safer stuff where he can sort of stay indoors.
Which is quite funny that he doesn't want to do any sporting stuff, given old Hoyte Jase in the prime of his life.
Wasn't whose idea was the golf? Was that ours?
I can't remember. I think
Yeah.
it was theirs.
It was
Right.
theirs,
There you go.
yeah.
So he wants to. He obviously he's keen to suggest things that he's good at. Would that be accurate?
Yes, I think so.
Because
Yeah.
Jerry strikes me as the kind of guy, having chatted to him a lot, that would just really pride himself on being able to cook an egg, and he'd bang on about it for ages. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Without a doubt.
The thing you got to do is
Can I just clarify this too, Mogi, so that you're fully up to date here? The egg challenge would be eggs 3 ways.
Right.
So you're scrambled, you're poached, and you're fried.
Right.
I mean, I don't know about you guys. It sounds pretty tedious. I mean, I like a challenge.
Well,
I mean, the first thing that springs to mind is, yes, a little bit on the boring side, but it's classic Wells, getting down
is.
to the basics like that. The other thing that would concern me, it sort of feels like they're taking the piss a little bit. If they've challenged us to the golf thing first and then won, does that mean that they get to challenge us to the next thing?
I don't know. The
Like we need
rules-
to. I think
Do
we
they
need to
set the
work out.
parameters?
Well,
Yeah.
it feels like we're going to be doing these challenges now till the day we die. Is that what we're doing? And,
Feels like it.
I'm 100% for it. But it feels like before we jump to the next challenge, maybe we need to work out what the rules are on the challenges. Who gets to do the challenging?
Yes.
You see what I'm
Right, so
saying?
maybe it's a passing of the baton
Yeah,
situation.
yeah. Who's the incumbent challenger?
Or their argument will be, well, we won the challenge. Somebody had to make the first challenge. I can already hear Minogue's argument being screamed back at me tomorrow. So I think we should come to some terms about how the challenges work.
Yeah, okay, I agree. Should we send them a message?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's definitely send them a message, fellas. Let me just set that all up for you there.
No, that's all right, Keyzie. Yeah.
What sort of message should we send them, Keyzie?
I don't know, but it's all ready to go.
Yeah, here we go.
A little message capsule is ready for you.
Big lips, Keyzie. Backbone. My wife. Pugson. Massive honker. Midnight steamer. Backbone.
Incoming transmission from the Big Show. Yeah, morning, fellas.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
It's the Big Show here. We've received your challenge. Thanks for that. Look, we've got a couple of issues. Mogi's been crook for the last couple of days, but
it's not a 5-day hangover. I want to be clear about that.
And he made some good points. And we need to set some rules regarding these challenges, first and foremost, i.e. who is issuing the challenge and when, and who, for example, is the incumbent challenger.
I feel like you guys won the last challenge fair and square. It is then on us to challenge you. It's like boxing almost, right?
Yeah, well, they also Breakfast laid down the initial challenge.
That's right.
And so is it then our turn to lay down the next challenge, or because they won, is it their turn to do the challenge again? You know, so I just feel like we need to work it out. Look, and I want to be very clear. We're bloody thrilled at the idea of doing an egg challenge. I mean, I think the numbers for this will be through the roof.
Yeah.
If people hear that.
If it was only poached eggs, I'd have a problem with it. But eggs 3-way?
Wow.
I mean, who isn't going to be tuning in to hear about how we cook those eggs?
Mate, I've got goosebumps.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
And it's never, and I can tell you what, 100%, and this is amazing given we're dealing with radio in which every idea has been thought of, I have got no doubt that nobody has ever bothered to do this before.
Yeah.
Groundbreaking, fellas. Keep it up.
That's good stuff.
So that's where we're kind of at with it. We feel like it's our turn to set the challenge. You mentioned boxing before, Keyzie. Give me 5 minutes in the ring with old Stuart, mate. I'd love that.
Stuart, Minogue. Yeah. Anyway, that's the end of that. Fellas, we'll package that up. We'll send it to them. They'll play it tomorrow morning.
Yeah, good stuff.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Stone Temple Pilots there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this gloomy, wet Thursday evening. Now, we've been banging on a lot about the New Zealand Comedy Festival, which we're going to be doing a show in next week. With that in mind, another special treat, we've got a very special comedian in the studio with us, UK comedian, the one, the only, Laura Lexx. How are you?
I'm really good. I've been at Motat all day. I've had a lovely day.
Oh, my God, they took you to Motat?
Yeah, your radio station's there.
What? Well, it would be, actually.
Yeah.
It sounds about right.
Yeah,
There's like a whole bit about the boat and then coming ashore. Did you guys have the show then?
Yeah,
Jase was the originator.
Yeah, totally. What did you think of Motat?
Oh, I had a great day. I'm here with my family, so I've got my 3-year-old here.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense then.
Yeah.
Because, it's not very rock and roll.
Oh, no. If I was here alone, I'd be nursing a hangover and watching TV all day.
Is it your first time in New Zealand?
Yes.
And you've come down here and you're straight to Motat. And what does that stand for?
Museum of Transport and Technology.
Oh, my God.
Big fan, by the way.
I'm
big fan.
so
Hello,
sorry.
Yeah.
We
you
can be
deserve
friends.
to have a hangover. That's not fair.
Did your son love it?
Daughter, yes.
Oh, sorry,
no,
daughter.
don't worry.
Sexist, Jase, man. That's terrible.
Yeah.
So, Laura, first of all, how long have you been in the country? And tell me it's not one day and you did go straight to Motat.
No. We did the zoo first, obviously.
Yeah. Well, you see, that's okay.
I had to see a kiwi.
Yes.
I've been here 9 days.
Oh, great. Okay.
I've been busy. I've been all over the place. I've been to Takapuna. I've been to the sugar factory.
Oh, Chelsea.
Chelsea. Yeah, nice.
Had a very fancy lunch.
You know, when you get somebody from overseas that says all the touristy things that they've been doing, it makes you really sad to be an Aucklander and a New Zealander, judging by what you've been listening off there. The sugar factory.
It rules, man.
The sugar factory rules.
Yeah, it's cool.
Do you ever get the thing where you're like, because I live in Brighton on the south coast and it's a real tourist place, and people come and they go, oh, we went to the pavilion, and I think I've lived there 13 years. I've never
Never
set foot in
been,
that building.
exactly. I've not
Never
been to the
done
sugar
it.
factory. Exactly.
Brighton, right? So that's like where, if you're from England, you want to go to the beach, you go to Brighton.
Yeah, but I would recommend New Zealanders don't do that because the crushing disappointment of what a British beach is would kill you.
Isn't it just rocks?
It's awful. It's awful.
This is this is the thing about, New Zealand that's magnificent. Our beaches are superb.
Yeah.
Things like, go to places like Piha, crazy. You go to Brighton, it's just all pebbles and depressing sort of grey, muddy water.
Yeah.
What we do is we get guests on, we bag their hometowns.
But you've also bagged your own. So
Yeah,
that's
true.
fine.
And to be fair, when you're touring, it's different when you got your family with you.
Yeah, it's
You know
awful.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because when it's just, I know.
All the other comics are just going out every night.
Yeah,
and
they're just going hard.
They might visit Hobbiton, and I'm like, I have to have an itinerary from 7 a.m. to 5 p.m, and then I go and entertain people.
It is in that sense, especially when you're touring and stuff. It can be a very hard lifestyle, though, can't it? You can wreck yourself if you don't take care.
Yeah, luckily I've never been very rock and roll.
Right.
I got into comedy just at the point where the cocaine was leaving and
Nice.
and the sitting around really contemplating your jokes became de rigueur. So I've nailed it, really. I have a cup of tea and I have one glass of wine and I feel fancy and then I regret that the next day.
Yeah.
I'm just not a cool person, but it's good now because you don't have to be a cool dude to do comedy. You can be a really sad woman.
It's a sad state of affairs, isn't it? We've just had a big weekend over in Brisbane. We were doing something over there, and we've been running 4-day hangovers. It's not the sort of the next day you get up and go rock on.
No.
It extends out over 3 or 4 days.
Yeah, and when you're doing a whole show, like obviously you guys do a third of the work because there's 3 of you, but like when you're a comedian and you have to like hold the whole hour together, I can't do it. Your mouth is dry. You can't remember
You're
the
shaking.
plot.
You've got anxiety.
And that one guy in the 4th row that's staring at you like he hates you, you're like, how underprepared I am for this.
That's Jase.
Yeah, totally. Well, hold it there, or we'll come back to it. What are we going into here, Keyzie?
We are going into the Black Keys Gold on the Ceiling. We'll be back.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
The Black Keys there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. We've got UK comedian Laura Lexx in the studio with us. Laura, for people that don't know anything about you, what's your show about?
Show is about thinking motherhood would make me happy and what a fool I was.
Yeah. Was that a line of thought? Do you sort of feel like, and this is what happened to me, that people don't tell you. They don't tell you what you're in for. Sure, it's great, but it's a pretty...
I just think even if someone did tell you, do you think you could have believed?
No.
That's the thing.
But there's nobody not one person tells you.
That's because I think it's so unique how badly it goes for you. Like my whole show is about trying not to pass on what my parents passed on to me. So that's why it's called Slinky. I've got this idea that parenting is like there's a load of trauma slinkies going down the stairs and you've just got to try and like bash as many of them off the stairs before they hit your kid. But you're kind of constantly popping out your own slinkies. Just fresh slinkies coming at you. So I think like a lot of the stuff that surprised me, like, I knew I'd be tired, fine. I knew the house would be a mess. It already was. I knew I would eat crap every day. I already did. Who cares? The stuff that surprised me is like finding out I had a temper.
Yes.
I had no idea I had a temper because I've always had enough sleep and been happy.
Yes,
and then suddenly I was like, I'm livid all the time.
Yeah.
Like, no one could have told me that.
No.
Like, you'll be the most ferociously angry human being you've ever met in your life.
And then when you sit down to analyse it once the rage has subsided, you've gone into a fury over absolutely nothing.
Over nothing. And this innocent little face is staring at you like, who knew that could have meant so much to this woman? Okay. And you're like, I don't care at all. I don't know why I did that.
So you've got a young'un. How old is your daughter, if you don't
She's
mind me
3.
asking? I've got 4 daughters.
Oof.
And I can tell you the slinky will continue. And, you think, we've got through that phase.
Yeah.
And then you get into the teenage phase. And, the world is a very different place to when we were teenagers.
Yeah.
And that can be very challenging. So that's something to look forward to.
Oh, I bet. And I come at it because it took me 7 years to have my daughter.
Right.
So I had I did so many miserable shows about wanting a baby.
Yeah.
And I was such a miserable woman through that. Whenever anybody did material about being ungrateful for their kids, I'd be like, how dare you?
When
How
I
dare
have
you?
a child.
Yeah, I will never criticize it and I will be so grateful. And I was for about 15 minutes. And then, so I kind of wanted wanted to come at it. But I think you could tell from talking to me, I can't really be angry on stage. Like, I've got resting delighted face. So I have to, whenever I'm talking about something that's annoyed me or that's sad, it always ends up coming out in this cheerful, like, overjoy. So I have to sort of, the whole show is, it's uplifting, even though it's like, hey, this was what it was like in the 90s. But it's kind of fun. There's a lot of nostalgia in there. Like, you know, the phrases that your parents used to give you, like you eat all the food on your plate because there are starving children in Africa.
Yeah.
And how baffling that was as a kid. You'd just be like, who cares if I eat this one potato? Whereas as an adult, you're like, you were going to ask me for a snack in 6.5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
So eat this food. Eat this food now.
Get it down, yeah.
We're chatting to UK comedian Laura Lexx. You've got a show literally on tonight, 6:45 up in Auckland. You're doing a big run in Auckland. You're then heading to Wellington as well as part of the International Comedy Fest with Best Foods Mayo. You've never played New Zealand. Is tonight your first night?
Tuesday was the first night for the solo show, but I did the gala, and I've been sort of all over the theatres all weekend doing different shows.
How have you found it?
So much better than people told me it would
Great,
be.
okay.
What did people tell you it was going to be?
People said, so like they were like, oh, you're going to New Zealand, you're going to have an amazing time. Just be warned, they'll sit in silence through your whole show and then come up to you afterwards and tell you it was the best thing they ever saw.
Who said that?
Well, Taylor, my agent, who is Kiwi.
Right,
and,
okay.
and like everybody did. They were just like, they're quite quiet. And then, so I was ready for death silence.
Yes.
I was like, I'll laugh at my own jokes. I'm not proud. And then it was lovely. Everybody's been just dreamy.
Totally. But there's a lot of truth to that. Like, people, you know, you think you've had the worst show ever, and people will come up to you afterwards and be like, my God, mate, that was the best. It was magnificent. And of course, being New Zealanders, we've got a very English kind of sense of humour as well. That's where we get all our sort of comedy from, fellas?
Certainly is, yes. That's why we lose our shit any time anyone from the UK walks in, really. Oh my God, what, you've been on Mock the Week? That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, so I did 7 days last night, and it was just so gorgeous, because I like Mock the Week in the UK. Lovely shit. Well, it's dead now, so I can say what I really think. It's a bear pit.
Yeah. Right.
And but 7 days, everybody was like, do you want this joke? Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, it's a team. And I was like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, no.
Why is nobody bitching about each other in corners and throwing yogurt? Like, it was amazing.
We do it behind your back. That's what we do. So with Laura Lexx, if you want to go see her show, comedyfestival.co.nz, you can find all the information for Auckland and Wellington there, and the show is called Slinky. Laura, thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
No
Bloody
worries.
good. Should we go to a song, Jase?
Oh, yeah, what is it?
Violent Femmes.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue and Keyzie.
Violent Femmes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday night. Hey, a special treat coming up after 6 o'clock. What's for Leftovers New Zealand with me, Keyzie.
Yeah, that's right. Don't have to text in anything on 3483. We take some of the leftover texts from last night's What's for Tea. We then tell you what you could turn last night's dinner into as leftovers if you had some left over.
It's so clever, man.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jase, Mike and Keyzie. Tune in weekdays at 4 on Radio Hauraki.
Sure is. Hope you're having a great Thursday night. You're listening to The Big Show, brought to you by Reburger.
Serving good times and good food. Dine in or take away at Reburger today.
Reburger.
Eat it.
Reburger.
So good, fellas.
Yeah, really good.
Jase, you're not having Reburger tonight, eh?
Yeah, we are.
No, Jase, can you just say that you're not?
Should I read you the conversation?
Yeah, go on.
With me and my wife?
Yeah, go on. Come on, read the
Read it
conversation.
out, man. What does it say?
Okay, it says this.
Okay, he's put his glasses on, he's got his phone out.
Um,
Come on, Jase.
He's trying to turn his phone on.
He's not very good at thinking on
Man,
his feet.
how you going?
she goes,
Oh, yeah.
not even close, kill me now, crying emojis,
Oh, right.
referring to something else.
Oh, you said, oh, do you love me?
Yeah. And then she said, dinner plans, question mark, exclamation mark, kiss, kiss, kiss.
And then what did you say?
And I said,
Reburger.
oh, really? How about Uber? And she said, yeah, that might be easiest. Have a good show. And I said, sweet as, I'll pick up some Reburger on the way home.
Wait.
So just to be clear, you agreed that you're going to get Uber.
Uber Eats.
And then you're going to pick the Uber up on the way home. Is that what's happened there?
Yeah, yeah.
There's been a bit of a
But then I
breakdown
went-
of lies or communication
But then
there.
I said,
I forgot about this bit,
sorry,
Keyzie.
I mean, I'll order Uber when I get home.
Any kisses at the
And
end of
she
that?
went, yeah, I thought that was weird. Kiss.
Oh,
Will
okay.
you order Uber or will you order Reburger?
Well, I'm going to through
Because you keep on
Uber,
banging on about Uber, and I
gonna-
think really we should be
Sponsored
trying
by
to drill
Reburger.
home the
Reburger.
Reburger.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
fellas, here's a clip from today's podcast outro. Jace, you need a whiteboard on the fridge with all your frozen stuff written on it.
That's the thing. You could go Keyzie's way,
It's handy.
or you could just,
Can I also confirm? Can I just clarify? That's actually my wife's way.
And I think it's smart.
It's really great.
I do like it.
Yeah.
I do like it.
Yeah.
Although
It's just a bit anal for me.
you love anal.
Did I tell you fellas that, did I?
You don't have to, man. All over your face. It comes out at 7:30 tonight, by the way, the podcast outro. Search Hauraki Big Show, wherever you get your potties from.
Yeah, man.
Up next, what's for leftovers?
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Green Day there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday evening. But right now it's time for...
Leftovers Chat with Hoyte motherfucking J.
It's actually What's for Leftovers New Zealand, the segment where we take last night's What's for Tea texts and then suggest what they could use as leftovers today. So, for example...
What they could use as... what they could become as leftovers.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, totally, man.
I think people get it, man.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas, James here in Whanganui, the River City.
James O'Connor.
James O'Connor, who's moved there. He's playing for the Crusaders. Tonight, Foxton Fish and Chips. Best fish and chips I've ever had.
Foxton Fish and Chips.
Yeah.
Focky, down at the Manawa 2 there.
Focky?
Yeah, Focky.
Okay, just...
about 20 minutes away from your Palmerston North there, about 15 minutes away from Levin.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yummy?
Well, I've never been there.
Oh.
What I would do with that in terms of leftovers is I'd make a soup out of it, like a chowder. So you'd be like your fish and potato. And just chuck a bit of stock in there.
I would make a fish pie.
Okay, yeah.
I'd have fish at the bottom, and I'd take the chips and I'd unwrap the chips. I'd unwrap all that golden
The
batter
coating?
there,
Yeah,
and I'd
yeah.
just take out that
The fluffy white
that
part.
potato there, and I'd just pat that down on top of the fish, and then a little bit of butter across the top, and then just golden brown that bastard up.
Can't you use the casing? Because isn't that just part of the potato?
Nah, that's gross, man.
Yeah,
you don't
yeah,
want
that's-
that. No, you don't want that in your fish pie, brother.
What, the outside of a chip?
Yeah, no good. No
Would you
good.
chuck a couple of eggs in there as well, Mogi?
If it depends how much fish was left over, I'm
Yeah,
probably going
yeah.
to have to thicken up that
Yes.
that filling there. I don't imagine I've brought so many fish that I'm just overwhelmed with fish.
Well, what you could do is use, like the idea that I had for soup, use part of it to make a soupy kind of sauce
Yes.
for your fish pie.
Oh,
you know what I
I
mean?
like that.
Yeah.
Like a white sauce.
Yeah, like a white sauce, but it'd be kind of brown because of all the batter.
I feel like that's racist. G'day, fellas. Big Rhino here
Oh, big rhino.
from Manuko.
Oh, from Monaco.
Yeah, it's the one. I'm having eggs on toast with baked beans and salt and pepper, eggs poached for 3.5 minutes in a spiral of vinegary water, finished off with sprigs of parsley. Cheers.
Right.
So it's a basic meal, but he's done it in a kind of fancy way.
Well, he's got all that water there, doesn't he? He's got that.
The vinegary.
The vinegar. So
Yeah.
that just screams soup.
It does. Chuck the beans, whatever's left over of the egg and toast in
straight
there.
in there.
So,
If you wanted, you could blend it up a bit.
so tip, leftover baked beans into vinegary water.
Yeah.
And then some toast
And some eggs.
and some eggs and
And some parsley.
And
That's the
some
beauty of
parsley.
it. It's the parsley that really gave me the thought, oh, this will make a good soup.
A little bit of cracked pepper, it'll be as good as new.
Yeah.
that sounds so
And
great,
just
guys.
but you've got to reduce it, Keyzie. That's the key.
Right, okay.
You've got to reduce it because you're right. It sounds like it's very watery, but if you just reduce it down, it might take you 45 minutes to an hour there to reduce it down to a good, thick soup.
Yeah,
Hearty soup.
Winter warmer. One more here, fellas. Justin here.
Timberlake.
Trudeau.
Marshall.
Ah.
Dinner at quiz night. Getting some schnitzel and chips.
Ooh.
Schnitty.
Did he get a doggy bag?
Yep. Yeah, because it's what's for leftover. So he's got a doggy bag. He's got half a schnitty and some chips. And probably a side salad with him right now. So what can he make that into?
There's a lot of chip action tonight, isn't there?
Yeah.
Can I suggest getting 2 pieces of bread putting butter on them and making a schnitzel sandwich. Put your chips in there and some salad. Add a bit of sauce. Beautiful.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
In excess there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now, listen, if you're struggling in life a little bit and you need some advice, then you need to send an email to meetpattynip69@gmail.com because you've got three fellas in the studio with vast quantities of experience and knowledge to help you out.
Yeah.
That's right. Get in touch. Meetpattynips69@gmail.com. We are starting to run low on people asking for advice, fellas, so I've decided we might start allocating Reburger vouchers as of Monday.
Well, we might have solved the world's problems, man. That can happen.
That's right.
is
So
true.
you can discontinue it.
Well, maybe everyone's just tickety-boo at the moment.
Maybe. But that's what we'll start doing from Monday. So get your advice questions in ASAP. Meetpattynips69@gmail.com.
Patty Nips 69
at gmail.com.
Get in touch with the fellas.
100% anonymous. G'day, fellas. It's Mother's Day this Sunday,
Oh, Jesus.
but it's also my birthday. It's from a dude, by the way.
Dude.
My lovely wife wants to have a family day, but I want to responsibly enjoy some beers with the fellas. My birthday surely takes priority over this made-up day, right? Cheers. Anonymous.
Well, you know, there are many who believe that Mother's Day is an opportunity for mothers to have quality time with their children. Alone.
Right, okay. I thought it was about the children and the partner celebrating the mum in the household and the hard work she does.
Or it can be you allowing the children to hang out with the mother for the day.
Yes.
Allowing them.
Yes, and getting that bond going.
There's a couple of schools of thoughts, isn't there? There's generally the mother wants to have family time, as mentioned there by Anonymous. It's Mother's Day, everybody get together, special time, yada, yada, yada. Generally, the fathers on Father's Day will go out and play golf, get on the hammer, turn up at about 11 p.m.
So good.
There's a couple of ways of running at it. I think you'd have to go with Mother's Day in the morning.
Sure.
And birthday in the afternoon.
Just in the afternoon, all the birthday stuff is where it's all the fun stuff anyway. You don't do that stuff in the morning.
But I would say, and I don't know if you fellas agree with me on this, as a general rule, a birthday would trump Mother's Day.
100% it would.
Yes.
But the problem that we've got here is it's his birthday and it's Mother's Day. Now, I'd absolutely agree if it was Father's Day and it was her birthday, absolutely, that's what you'd be dealing with. But generally speaking, you'll find, as the husband, you're just going to have to suck it up.
Because your theory, Jase, of it's a good opportunity for the kids to spend time with the mum.
Yes.
Does that mean on Father's Day it's a good opportunity for the kids to spend time with Dad?
Well, strangely, no.
Right, so both days are an excuse for Dad to be alone.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, that's just how it was in my household. And is.
Yeah, right, okay.
Because the reality is, I don't know if you'll know this, Mogey. Like my daughters, they love my wife way more than me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
She is
saying?
great, yeah.
And understandably.
Yes, that's right.
And so it's
Why
just
should the children be punished?
Exactly, by
on
hanging out
Mother's
with
Day?
someone they don't even like.
So for this guy, right, he wakes up, breakfast in bed for mum.
Yeah.
It's his birthday,
Well,
I know.
look, here's the thing about it. Let's be honest. Men don't care about their birthdays, generally speaking. Generally, you don't care. So you can get up, you can do all the Mother's Day stuff, and I think you should. And then after midday, then you're off. You're off, and you can have your fun there.
Okay, yeah.
I think sadly, that's pretty good advice.
It's a difficult one for me too, in the sense of I make my wife breakfast in bed every morning. So I mean,
So you just make her a coffee and
a coffee.
overboil the milk. Failing that, divorce.
Oh, yeah.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
the dudes there on the Radio Hauraki Big Show this Thursday afternoon. Now we have the most amazing competition going at the moment, Mogi. I don't know if you've heard about it or not, Keyzie will explain.
Yeah, I'll just interrupt you there, Jase. It's Hire a Hubby. Have you heard about that?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And we're actually giving away the big prize for that tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
That's been going for about a year, hasn't it? I've been here for that.
A couple of weeks. You have
been
here.
Yeah.
Because you've been off sick. But basically, people have been going to Hauraki.
And my dog died.
And Tink, R.I.P. Tinker.
Yes.
People have been going to hodaki.co.nz, entering there, and basically tomorrow we're going to call someone and say, hey, all three of us are going to come around to their house and work on a project for them.
Right.
DIY project, right? So people have been sending through things.
The thing about that, Keyzie, and like I don't want to throw a spanner in the works at this late stage, but it is do it yourself, and I just don't see why me and Hoyte J and you should really get involved in it. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean. Do it yourself. I know. Like,
do it yourself.
Yeah, but
it's actually pronounced do it yourself.
No, 100%. You nailed the pronunciation on that. But hire a Hubbies for when you don't want to do it yourself.
Oh,
sure. And you'd rather bring someone in who can do it.
Yeah.
Well, this is again, I've got a bit of an issue there.
Oh, okay.
With the can do it yourself.
What do you mean?
I do a lot of renos myself.
Obviously.
Around the house.
That's why they want us to do it.
And I always do it myself, even though I don't want to do it myself. I do it.
How does it turn out, though?
Pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, give or take.
No door handles falling off toilets or anything like that?
Well, look, I can't be held responsible for everything that needs doing.
And to be fair to you, Mogi, handles are tricky bastards.
Oh, they can be.
Especially when you need to rip it off because you need to get in there so badly. But we've had a few people come through and say, these are the jobs that we're looking at, right? Bloke here named Blake needs a new fence, approximately 10 metres long, 2 metres high.
Right.
We could build that. We can knock that up.
Sweet as.
Do that in a day?
Oh, in the morning.
A morning?
Yeah.
What kind of fence are we talking? Would we make it out of timber?
Well, he told you. What was it, 2 by 10?
No, I know the length and the size and diameter of it.
Yeah, well, there you go.
The diameter of a fence.
Diameter of the fence.
But are we going to go plastic? Are we going to go wood? What are we doing? Metal?
Who
Depends
has
what he
plastic
needs.
fences?
Yeah.
Heaps of people have that. Looks like wood, but it's plastic.
It's horses for courses. Can I say that?
Yeah, sure, but I won't be putting any plastic up.
Right, okay. What about, g'day fellas, bought a new garden shed. Need to put down a concrete slab underneath it.
Oh.
Is that something we could do?
A slab.
We could put down a
Yeah, I
slab.
like the sound of that.
Yeah, we can put some slabs down.
We could drop a slab.
Yeah, man.
Okay. That there's from Tom, by the way. G'day fellas. Kath here.
Oh.
The gutters around my house are absolutely knackered. Need a full redo of all guttering.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with heights.
Yeah.
So am I.
I've got gutters. So.
Well, Mogi has.
No, come on, man. Hodaki.co.nz. Tonight is your last chance to get yourself in the draw. Go there, tell us the project you want worked on. We'll be calling a winner tomorrow. And that is all thanks to our mates at Hire a Hubby. Take control of your life and be your own boss. Join a thriving group of nationwide franchisees.
Yes, so good.
The Hauraki Big Show with Jason Hoyte, Mike Minogue, and Keyzie.
Man.
What a show, eh, fellas?
Huge.
So good.
Yeah.
Huge.
Package that one up, Pugsarn, straight to the Radio Awards. Hey, what did you learn today, Mogi?
I learned that we're running a new competition.
Yeah.
Giving away tickets to Oasis and Sido.
Yes.
How good. How good. What about you, Keyzie? What did you learn?
I learned that the way the competition works is that if any of us swear over the next few weeks or something, we have to pay for their flights and accommodation.
Well, you do.
Well, no, whoever swears.
Yeah,
most likely me. And I've also learned that now that I know that's happening, my brain is thinking about swearing too much, which is going to lead to me swearing. I hope that doesn't happen, Jase.
Well, that was what I was going to say, Keyzie. It's kind of a weird thing because when someone tells me I can't do something, my brain immediately starts doing it. That's what I learned.
Because you've gotten heaps of trouble for that over the years, eh?
Sure have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true.
Hey!
I was going to make a joke there about, but I'm not going to.
Good.
Listen up. Make sure you check out the Instagram. Make sure you check out the podcast. Till tomorrow. See you later.
See you then.
Bye.
Righto.